Welcome, guys. Hey, I just wanted to give you a quick view of another way for you to be able to get into these student exploration sheets, make some edits on them, and then be able to save them to send to me for next week's assignment and the week after that. So, because you're going to be using Gizmos for the next couple of weeks. The easiest way to do that is when you open up a Gizmo, okay? You'll see down here, there are going to be some lesson materials. Your student exploration sheet will be available to you both as a PDF and as a Microsoft Word version. You'll want to open or save this Microsoft Word version. If you open that up, you'll see open or save. You can do either, but I'll show you how to do it just by opening that document. Once you open that document up, as I showed you earlier in the week, you're going to have this document, but it is going to say enable editing up here. You have to enable editing for you to be able to type into this document. So I'm going to enable that editing. Now, let me give you a little quick tip, because at this point, yes, you can start typing in here, Mr. Macintosh. But you'll notice that now it is inserting these into the document and it's pushing everything around. So this makes it a little bit difficult to be able to edit the document the way you want to without changing it. Well, if you look down here, you see this little word insert. So that is what it's doing, is it's inserting spaces as I type. If I want to get away from just having to insert, if I right click on this down here, you'll see overtype. Okay, now it is selected. What that means is that down here I have a choice of either insert or overtype. When I overtype, look at what happens. Mr. Macintosh. Now instead it is not pushing everything over, so this is what I want. I want overtype as I'm putting this in here. And we'll say the date is April 22nd, 2020. Okay, now I can make whatever changes I want to this document. Where have you seen graphs used? In science books, right? And why do you think graphs are useful? They're not, right? I can just put anything I want into these. I can even, guys, I can even copy and paste in screenshots. So let's go back to our Gizmo very quickly. Open that up. And remember that this little camera up here is going to take a screenshot of whatever you have on this page. So let's say that I make my bar chart, my bar graph. Okay, and I say, okay, yeah, I think I've got this all about right. Well, I'm just going to check it. Ooh, I didn't do very well. Accuracy didn't do very well. Accuracy is poor, or the graph is unfinished. Improve accuracy. Okay, but if I wanted to take a picture of this, once I do have it the way I like it, I just hit this little camera. There it is. I can right click, copy the image. Then I can go back to my graphing skills document, come to that question where I was, and paste that screenshot that I just took. Now you'll see it's pretty big. If I wanted to make it a little bit smaller, I select it, and then I can size that down slightly smaller until it fits on the page. So you can paste in screenshots, you can type into this, you can draw a picture, or anything you can copy and paste, you can put into this document. Now, once you are ready to at least take a break, say you haven't finished this document completely, but you know that you are part of the way done. Well, You'll notice up here the name of this document is Graphing Skills Student Exploration. And yet you want to get this document ready to send to me or some other teacher. Well, if you come over here under the file, if you remember our instructions, you can save as. So let's save this document as something with a slightly different name. I can browse and I can put it anywhere I want to, or I can select one of these folders over here that it's going to give me a choice already. So I'm going to save it here in my Gizmos file. And I want to go up here and say, well, I want to make sure that Mr. McIntosh knows that this document is mine. It's not just the Graphing Skills Student Exploration Sheet. It's the Macintosh Graphing Skills Exploration Sheet. Up here, it's going to show me exactly where it's located. So if you need to remember this or write it down so that you do not have to do a search for it, we'll save it. And now you'll notice up here the name of this has changed to reflect the fact that it is the edited document. It's the document that has my answers in it, right? The answers that I have created in here are still there. My name is still in here. The date is in here. I can still make changes to it, but I will want to make sure that I save it as I get ready. And if I just try to close this out, let's say I want to add in one more answer, and I say, what was your accuracy score? And I'll say I made a 40. Okay. Well, if I try to close this document out, I've made changes. And it's going to ask me, do you want to save your changes? Well, of course you want to save them, usually. And it's still going to give me that name. So I can go back into my documents to find that one. Here's my Gizmos folder. And here is my document. I have actually made a couple of these. I'll get rid of that one. This is the one that is now showing those completed answers. Okay, once you have done that, the only trick, guys, is to email that. I'll give you a quick idea of how you want to email a document. I think that's in here. When you're going to email a document, you just put, wouldn't be to Miss Carl, it would be to me or some other teacher. You always want to give it a subject line. You could say my assignment from my Gizmo Student Exploration Sheet, or SE document. And then when you click on this paperclip down here, you're going to find the file that you want to attach to this email and then simply send. That's all there is to it, guys. It should be pretty easy. Hopefully you guys are going to be really good at this skill here by the end of school, because you're going to get to continue practicing this between now and the end of school. Thank you guys for bearing with me, paying attention to this, and please let me know if you have questions.